Hey family, you know what? It is Sunday afternoon and we are in the first day of our daylight savings time, and I think it's almost 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And I took time away so I could do something that was important. Somebody had asked me, Dana, why do you fast? Why do you fast? And of course, I could tell them all the things that I say why I fast. But you know what? I wanted to turn around and do something different because I try to make sure that when I answer questions, I don't answer them from my personal opinion. I like to answer questions from the Word of God. So if you follow me over to Isaiah chapter 58, starting at verse 3, it talks about man's way of fasting, and then it talks about God's way of fasting. Man's way of fasting starts at verse 3, and it says, "Wherefore have we fasted? Why have we fasted? Say they, and thou seest not. Wherefore we afflicted our soul, and thou take no acknowledge. Behold, in the day of the fast you find pleasure, and exact all your labors. Behold, you fast for strife and debate, and to smite with the fist of wickedness. Ye shall not fast as ye do this day, to make your voice to be heard on high." Not for attention and not for foolishness, but you fast God's way. And when I read this to you, you're going to understand why you're fasting and the benefits of fasting. And it says at verse 5, "Is it such a fast that I have chosen, a day for a man to afflict his soul? Is it to bow down his head as a bulrush, and to spread sackcloth and ashes under him? Wilt thou call this a fast, an acceptable day to the Lord? Is not the list the fast that I have chosen? To loose the bands of wickedness, and to undo the heavy burdens, and to let the oppressed go free, that ye break every yoke. Is it not to deal thy bread to the hungry, that thou bring the poor that are cast out to thy house? When thou seest the naked, that thou cover him, and that will hide you not thyself from thine own flesh? Then shall thy light break forth as the morning, and thine health shall spring forth speedily, and thy righteousness shall go before thee. The glory of the Lord shall be thy reward. Then shalt thou call the Lord, and what? He's going to answer. Shall thou cry, and he shall say, Here I am. If thou take away from the midst of thee the yoke, the putting forth of the finger, and speaking vanity, and if thou draw out thy soul to the hungry, and satisfy the afflicted soul, then shalt thou rise in obscurity, and thy darkness be as the noonday. And the Lord shall guide thee continually, and satisfy thy soul in drought." Even when it's a drought, even when ain't nothing out here, God's going to satisfy your soul. "And make fat thy bones." When everybody else is going hungry, when it's a famine in the land, you will be filled. Not just you, but you and all of yours. And thou shalt be like a watered garden, and like a spring of forth, whose waters fail not. And they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places. Thou shalt raise up the foundations of many generations, and thou shalt be called the repairer of the breach, the restorer of past to dwell in. Now, to give it to you in layman's terms, when you fast, it breaks the yokes of bondage in your life. It brings those things that are heavy on your spirit. It breaks them. If you're dealing with something that you can't get rid of, fast. Deny the flesh so that you can do what? Strengthen the spirit. Fast as a celebration to God, to honor him. And guess what? He'll honor and provide for you. When you cry, he'll hear you. When you call out, Lord, Lord, he'll say, Here I am. Now, this is a moment in the Word, and I love you, and ain't nothing you can do about it. And guess what? I'm going to show y'all where I am. I'm sitting out here today, and I'm at the park. Let's see if I can get a quick shot of it without tearing up everything. Maybe I can. Well, I tell you what, I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way. I'm just going to turn the camera around. Look at that. Nothing like casting your cares on the water. What you think? Talk to y'all later. Bye.